Let's get things started. Ready? Go!
What's up, guys? It's the Scenario Wednesday, back with another video. So, as the title says, this was never about justice. What am I talking about? What am I referring to? Let's get into it. So, I don't know if you've heard, but recently it came to light that Andrew Tate has some self-incriminating video evidence about the accusations of sex trafficking, fraud, etc., etc. Now, the thing with me about this whole topic and Andrew Tate in general is that I never really cared for much of what he said, not because I didn't agree with it, but because it was common sense to me. You know, a lot of the issues that we're seeing with the male gender is directly caused by the fact that most of these men didn't have dads, and realistically, if they did have dads, they had men who essentially set them up to be fodder for the system, for women, for the world, right? A lot of these men who gravitate towards Tate, in their lives, they have no one looking out for their genuine best interest. What they have is people telling them to do things in the name of someone else, something else. Go be great because a woman needs to marry you. Go be great because your country needs you. Go be great because your nation requires it. Not go be great because you want to be great. It's always in service of someone else. Go do these things, you know. But that point aside, what has really dawned on me, or I guess you could say has really popped into my head, is the frenzy fever that people have towards getting Andrew Tate. Now, I say this again, not because I particularly care for him in that kind of a heavy, fanatic way, but it's more so the fact that what I'm realizing, I've always known this, but what I'm really deeply realizing is that humanity as a whole doesn't care about the crime, but cares about who did it and to who. I'll say that again. Humanity as a whole doesn't care about the crime, but cares about who did it and to who. Because you didn't see this kind of dogged fever, this kind of persistent hunting down for justice when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, all the people who hate Andrew Tate, if you go and look, both men and women, if you go and look at their catalog of videos, TikToks, etc., I guarantee you they have nothing referencing Epstein Island. Nothing asking about that list. All these social media companies made him the most famous man in the world. So it's not like we can say that, oh, it's because there's no support and these companies can't do it. Like, in the last 2 years, these social media companies have exposed that, yes, we do censor information, and also in censoring, we do propel information to the top of our algorithms. on purpose. So in the same way that they propelled Andrew Tate into infamy, they could have easily propelled the story of Epstein to garner a social reaction, to force these governments and these countries and these politicians to show us who's on that list. But see, the people don't care. The people don't care about justice or care about sex trafficking or care about violence. No, they care about who is doing the violence, who is doing it, and to who. And you see this repeated in so many facets of life, right? Like, let's talk about the domestic violence. Outside of male versus female domestic violence cases, right? You don't hear domestic violence stories of women accosting women. You don't hear the stories of women accosting men. You don't hear the stories of men who violate men. In fact, it's so trivialized, men who physically assault men, that several comedians on YouTube, Trey Rags and Haha Davis, have whole video series about men being sexually assaulted in jail. That we all know they would never, as bad as they think they are, right? As free speech and it's just a joke, as they will tell you, those niggas will never make a video series about that type of shit towards women, though. And I don't want to make this about a whole men versus women thing. My point is, in saying this, is that society doesn't care about crimes. Society doesn't care about justice. It cares about who doesn't. It only matters if you're the certain type of person who does it. Again, the people cheering for Andrew Tate going down for this, well, honestly, I don't know if he will or not, but the people cheering that there's like, investigations going down on this, aren't saying shit about Epstein. Like, I want you to think about this shit, right? Jeffrey Epstein had a sex pedophile island where some of the most successful, prominent people in the world went to. This is all true. He had a Madonna, right? Giselle Maxwell, right? Who helped him procure these young women for his high class clients and himself. This has all been factual. She's serving a 20-year prison sentence over her assistance in these events. There is a list he had. He was killed in prison before he could speak about it. This is all factual, right? I know you guys have seen the meme, Epstein didn't kill himself, he was murdered, right? Yet, the same society that wants me to feel something about getting Andrew Tate for sex trafficking doesn't give a shit that the government at large, the social media companies at large, the news companies at large have completely abandoned that story, haven't put out the list, and haven't persistently, doggedly kept asking for that list to be made public. The same companies like Vice, I don't even think Vice has a video on Epstein Island, but they have several on Andrew Tate. And again, this isn't to defend him, but this is me realizing that this was never about justice. This was never about justice. This was about, we don't like you.
He stinks and I don't like him.
So because we don't like you, we're now going to find we're now going to punish you for your wrongdoing. Not because you did something wrong or because what you did was wrong. No. The act alone isn't what we care about. It's the fact that you did it. That's why we care. If people really gave a shit about the fact that these atrocities actually occur and not just who they occur to and by who does them, Cardi B would be in jail right now. But she's a multi-million-dollar platinum selling artist. Like literally the same people who want you to care about Andrew Tate sex trafficking bump Cardi B's new songs. They don't even give a shit. They literally don't even give a shit that she admitted to luring in and drugging men and robbing them. They don't even care. But the funny thing about it is that these same people will use the whole, Tate would seduce these women into coming to Russia and Romania, into coming to Romania and then take their money. Oh, really? So you care now? I see. Again, it's not about what's being done. It's about who's doing it. And I don't know if that makes me black pill in really conceptualizing that, or if it makes me a nihilist in saying that at this point I don't care anymore, because now it's like society doesn't care about victims. It doesn't care about right and wrong. It just cares who's doing it. If you're a woman, you can kill your kids and they'll tell you, oh, well, you were just mentally insane. But if you're a man, you're going to jail. It's not about the crime. It's about who does it. It's never about justice. But with that being said, guys, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Am I becoming a black pill doomslayer? Or is it just like one of those harsh realities of life that, privilege and power persist in perpetuity? But nevertheless, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.